Hi, this is your second video in the series of 4 for Discovery Education Experience, the paid version. So browsing content is the next thing that I'm going to talk about. So this probably will be a quick video, although I tend to be long-winded at times. So when you're browsing subjects, you can do a regular search. They also have a voice entry for search. You can apply filters. You can just browse and narrow it down each time by grade level, by content. And then I'm going to show you how you subscribe, share, and save the resources that you do find. And that, of course, is the same for the browsing standards. The thing that I found out about browsing for standards, and I'll probably say this again, is that you click to make sure that the state is correct. So Ohio. And I found that the first couple standards that I looked at didn't have any content resources attached to them. So I'll navigate you through that so you can see exactly what that looks like, so you're not like feeling like you're doing something wrong when you're exploring this. You select the category, you select the grade level, and then you can expand the strands of the content standards. And then you're looking for the linked content that's blue. Okay. Okay, so I'm back to my Discovery Education Experience homepage. The educator support, we've already gone over. The browse standards and the browse subject is the thing that we're going to be talking about next. So the first one I think I want to show you is browse standards, even though on my presentation I showed that kind of backwards. Now, the way that I discovered how this was kind of messed up is I switched to other states to see how it looked in other states. But you definitely want to make sure that you're on Ohio. Now that I've discovered that when I click on like the 2019, and I'm going to expand all just because I want you to see how I might have felt like it was broken, I wasn't doing anything right. So what you're looking for in these standards. So I have the state, I've chosen 2019 learning standards, and the only ones that they had were social emotional learning. And I mean, I can switch to K1 and expand all of those. And you're going to see that there's no blue links. So that means there's no content attached to any of these. So nothing yet, sorry, nothing yet. Let's see, expand all for second grade. And, you know, I was like, well, this is worthless. I don't really care for this. This isn't awesome. And finally, I switched to Alabama, and I saw that right away. I'm just going to go back and back. I shouldn't have gone to so many places. But when I finally get back here, I switched to Alabama, and I saw instantly when I clicked on something for Alabama that there were links, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Not for Ohio, but there's a link, and when I click on that link, it's going to take me directly to the resource or resources of that attach to that standard. Now, of course, Alabama content standards are not what we want. So I finally searched a little bit or dug a little bit deeper. And in the Ohio standards, I think there was something in 2017. I'm just going to expand all. Basically, yeah, there we go. So finally, I found some standards that were Ohio. So when you click on that, you can see connected to that standard are all these resources. And of course, that was based on, I think I said kindergarten. So you can change that first grade, third grade, whatever grade level you want to change it to. Now I am going to hit my D to go back to my home. I could have also gone back to my waffle and selected just browse subjects in there. So I hit browse subjects in either place. I can do that. And since I'm not a specific content area, I kind of enjoy just browsing by clicking. So the first thing that I do is I'll click whichever content area, narrow it down. And this one's kind of neat. It's already got a list of like what's trending in science, what's trending in language arts, mathematics, social studies. And as you go down, it'll keep popping those up for you. Like who out there is looking at science and what do they think is awesome? What are they saving? But you also have the opportunity to just click in here and type whatever you're looking for. And then you also can do voice typing. Now, anytime I'm teaching a educational resource, I'm teaching the tool to teachers, but I want teachers to understand that your students are going to have logins to this as well. So the students will have access to type text or search by text, or typing for searching for finding things, because they can build slideshows, they can compose video activities to send back to you. It's not just for you, but if you want to look at the first level of using this is one, you understanding the tool as a teacher, creating content that's going to instruct the students and challenge the students in your classroom. So I'm just going to choose English language arts, and then it's going to kind of break it down into more specific content areas. So I'm going to be like literature. I like literature. And then up here, I want you to notice that it is defaulted to 9 through 12 for me. That's because I've selected K through 12 to be my content areas as an instructional coach. So I'm just going to K5, and you can see that it changes the resources down here. And on literature, we have popular literature channels. So you got audiobooks, you got Goosebumps out there, Reading Rainbow. What is trending in literature? What things are teachers using now? And what's brand new to the literature of K5? So I can go back if I want. I feel like the navigation is crazy to make me do that. But also I can just hit that D and it'll take me all the way back to my home page and I can start over. So one of these videos I do like this animal video, so I'm going to click on it. When I click on a resource that I like, if I find something I really like, for instance, polar bears by the numbers. It's a video segment. It's 4 minutes and 2 seconds long. It gives me a description of what I'm to expect in there. And then when it opens this page, it's going to give me some different options on the right-hand side. I can watch the video.
Let's kick things off. We're going to learn about polar bears, and I thought.
And you can see down here that since it is a resource that is built into Discovery Education Experience, all of them are going to be very much the same. So you can turn on closed captioning for your students. You can go full window. You can go picture in picture. And this for students as well. Shows you the keywords that are associated with it. There's a transcript that goes along with it as well. So accessibility, it's touching all of the standards for accessibility in an online quality course. But on the right-hand side is what you want to see. I could build an activity from that, which is going to be the next video that I'm doing. You can assign it to your students. So I'm going to hit assign. Name it. I can give instructions to the students. Then I hit add a date. It has 3 steps to it. So the assign date, I assign it tomorrow. The due date, I'm giving them a week to complete it. And then I have to find a class. Now, you will not see any of your classes until you set up your classes. If that's something that you really want to do now, select the video that is called My Classes, My Students, be able to set up those classes first. So I'm going to assign this to the 4th grade or the 2nd grade teachers. I'm going to all students selected. I do not want all the students to be selected. I want to deselect all the students. I only want to assign it to one student, or I want to assign it to all the students. You can choose what you want to do there. And I did choose, I'm going to go back to view classes, and I'm going to choose 4th grade. And then I'm going to see that Tanya Sanders is the only student in that class, which is me. And I'm going to only assign it to that student. And then I'm going to hit assign. So any of the resources that I find through browsing, I can assign to my students. I also can share, and you can share that through Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, Schoology, Canvas. You can also copy the link. But the thing is, I'm not sure if I like this resource yet. So I'm going to hit add to my quick list. And then I'm going to save to my content. I don't have to do both. It's just whatever you prefer. So I'm going to add it just to my content. I could also choose school content, select a grade level. And since I'm a paid district, all of these folders are already created. The structure is already there. Or district content, I can add a new folder and call it Dr. Sanders's folder, and then I can just add it to that folder. Now it's going to put it wherever you ask it to put it. So save to my content, I'm going to hit add, and then we'll see that later in another video that I've prepared for you. You also can download the video. If you download it, it puts it on your computer, and then I can also copy the link and I can use that link however I want. So there's multiple ways for you to share this content with your students, to look at it, to view it, to utilize it for whatever you want. And then if you have your students using these resources, they can also view the citations so they know how to cite that sources. Just like always, any more videos like this, educational resources like this, it just kind of leads us down this rabbit hole of discovery. So that's the browsing aspect of Discovery Education Experience, the paid version. The next video, I'm going to be talking about assessments and quiz builders in the studio, which seems to me to be the most useful area of the, I guess it utilizes everything that Discovery Education is. So it's the place where you have more control over the resources that are available to you. So I'll see you in the next video.